Hello, my name is Gay Miller. I just created a digital version of my favorite Getting to Know You activity. For those like me who need to see the instructions, I decided to create this video to show you the steps. You will need a copy of two Google Slide presentations. Click the provided links and save these two files to your Google Drive. The slides are set for a class of 30 students. They are numbered according to students. So each slide will have the number on the actual slide as the slide number. If you do not need all 30 slides, I recommend getting rid of the extra ones. Do this by clicking on number 30, holding your shift key down, sliding up to the ones you do not need, click on the one you don't need, and then hitting your delete key. Notice that the second Google Drive presentation is also set up for 30 students, as indicated by these numbers. These are actually shapes with numbers that have been stacked upon one another. If you have more shapes than you have students, simply highlight the ones that you do not need, and again, click your delete key. Assign each student a number. This can be the number that you use in your record-keeping system all year long, or a number that works just for this activity. After you've shared this slide presentation with your class, students jump on, find their number, and then type in their name. Use the demonstration slide to show students what you want them to do. For each category, they need to type in their 4 top favorites. Tell students it's better to use something general as opposed to something specific. For example, instead of saying their favorite place to visit is Myrtle Beach, just simply type beach. Notice that the black is really hard to read on some of these colors. Students can change the font color to something that's easier to read. Once students have all the answers completely filled in, they need to download this to their computer by clicking File, Download, and they can either choose a JPEG or a PNG. Tell students to be sure that they turn their volume off. Then go to the address that's on the bottom of their Google slide. Control C on Windows, Command C on Mac to copy those. Then they need to paste those into a new tab on their computer. Once this comes in, they're going to click on the button that says Spin the Wheel. Then they're going to go back to their slide, beginning with their first answer, highlight each of these answers. Again, copy, Control C or Command C, these answers. Replace the names with their answers. Notice the cursor is blinking down at the bottom. Click to delete that extra space. If you don't, then you end up with a blank piece of the pie. Look at the colors. Purple for beach, mountains, lake, Disney. When you go back to your Google slide, these are also in purple. Share the second Google Slide presentation. This time, students will need to save the presentation to their individual Google Drives. Once they have, they need to change the background. Click Background, choose Image, Browse, go to wherever they saved it. It should be in their downloads, Open, and then Done. The game is now set for students to play bingo. Play bingo using traditional bingo rules. I recommend playing blackout because you'll have more numbers at the end. On a player's turn to spin, he'll spin his spinner and then call out whatever it lands on to the class. You can click Remove to remove that answer from the spinner. Everybody in the class will take the 0 because 0 was the one calling out and cover up that answer choice if they have it on their card. Then number 1 will have a turn. If you have the answer that number 1 called out, you're going to take the 1 and cover that answer choice on your card. After the bingo game is over, students need to look at their card to see which person in the classroom they have the most similarities to. Have students get together with others in the class who have some of the same favorites. This could be lunch buddies, working together in cooperative learning groups, or just allow a few minutes to visit with each other.